It up North F4. We are here with Laurel Parents, who is the Health and Wellbeing Educator through UW-Madison's Division of Extension, Oneida County. Laurel, thank you so much for coming back on and joining us for a new month again.
Thank you for having me back. Happy to be here.
Yeah, there's so much going on here, but before we talk about this delicious fruit, vegetable in front of us, let's start with kind of a season of renewal for the body and mind as we enter a new month. What does that mean, essentially, a season of renewal?
I think that spring is just the perfect time to feel lighter, refresh your mind and your body, and feel ready going into the summer.
And would you say that a lot of it has to do with, you know, fresh produce, fresh fruits, vegetables, like kind of like what we take into our bodies? Does that kind of help us?
Big time. Spring is packed with fresh foods, right? So we can start planting gardens and eating more foods from the earth, which truly help our mind and our body.
Well, we feed our body, right?
That's right.
So we eat with the seasons, and you did mention that it supports the body.
Yeah.
Would you say that it changes each season, would you say?
Certainly.
Depending on the produce and the fruit and vegetables?
Definitely. So when it comes to eating foods within the seasons, the reason why it's so much healthier for you is that at certain points of the year, vegetables and fruits have more nutrient density to them, right? So in the springtime, as you can see here, we have such a colorful array. We have strawberries and asparagus and leafy greens like spinach and kale. And these fruits and vegetables are ready in the springtime. I love when it's time to go pick strawberries. My family enjoys it so much, so it's a good family activity to do, but they're much more dense with nutrients, which helps our bodies digest them easier and leads to more mental clarity as well. So again, not only is it good for our bodies, it's good for our minds.
And would you say that depending on the season, that depending on what we feed our body, do you think our mood changes also?
Definitely. So foods can certainly affect our moods. And when we eat food that grows from the earth, our body once again can digest them better. There's more vitamins, more fiber, more antioxidants. And so that's going to positively influence our mood.
Okay. And so this is obviously a whole reset. So we have strawberries, we have the asparagus, the leafy greens. What else would you say are good options for the spring season?
Yeah, so there's peas. We also have chia seeds here, so these are a good way to add additional fiber. And you can do any of these things in smoothies, on salads. You can grill them. There's different ways that you can incorporate them. But asparagus, the strawberries, the leafy greens, peas that I don't have on here yet, but those are really good for a spring season. And a good way to start with this is just to add a handful of spinach maybe to a smoothie or to your eggs in the morning. You can also add strawberries to a salad or your smoothie, or just eat them fresh.
Yeah, and they do look, obviously, fresh is the best key though, would you say, right?
Fresh is best. Second option, it's okay if they're frozen, but fresh is always best if you can get them.
It comes to a resetting the body, the mind. Now, what about a checklist? A refresh kind of checklist. We have obviously our everyday to-do list, but what about when it comes to food and produce?
Yeah. So starting, like we've mentioned before, starting small, choosing one healthy habit that you could add into your daily regimen, and maybe that is because our days are getting longer, getting up with the sun. I think circadian rhythm is really a cool and unique way to start your day out. So that means getting up when the sun comes up and going to bed when the sun goes down. And it really does reset your mind and body. But as these days get longer, taking full advantage of getting the sunshine into your body, the vitamin D, it helps with your mood, and it also helps with your body as well.
And I'd probably, with the days getting longer, of course, spending time in nature is essential, I'd say.
Essential.
And going on walks.
Yes.
And what would you recommend, being outside with the days being longer now? Any kind of activities, any kind, how long would it really, should you be outside to really get the benefit of everything?
At least 10 minutes. If you can get out, and you can add this to your checklist, a 10-minute walk in the morning or a 10-minute stretch in the morning outside on your porch would be a great way to start your day, and it's also a great way to end your day. So maybe a 5 to 10-minute walk after dinner. It helps get things moving after you've eaten, and also just sets your evening up to feel more relaxed You can also do this with your family, a good time to bond with whomever is around you. So those are really good ways to incorporate nature into your everyday life. Shutting things down, especially in the evening time, if you can take an hour before you go to bed and set the screen down, it'll help you fall asleep faster, which we know sleep also plays a big role in our mood, our stress, and helps really set the day up in a nice way.
And that could be a little bit hard these days with the screen time. What kind of tips would you say? Oh, but before that, hold off. We will do tips on the screen time. We'll talk more also about more other produce after this break.